Hello beautiful souls, Avalon here. Today is a glorious Friday. We are in the start of April and I've been out and about with my kids. We've been swimming, we've been out in nature, and I just got back and jumped in the shower and gave myself a really yummy pampering session. So I've washed my hair with Lush Soak and Float. I've used American Dream hair conditioner, R&B, Super Balm in my hair. Then I exfoliated with Lush sea mineral body salts, and then body conditioner, then Springfield's essential oils like lavender and beautiful essential oils for my face, Ultra Balm for my lips. I'm just feeling amazing. My kids are wearing me out today, so I just needed that little, just that little pamper time for myself. And, my cards told me just to, take it easy. And so I did, just that little moment. And I thought that I would sit here and do my March favorites. And I've decided to do it in here today because most of my favorites, if not all of my favorites, are currently on my table as is the case today. I'm looking around and I'm like, yes, this is the case. All of them here. All of them are present at this very moment in time. And so I'll just spin the camera around and I'll show you what I've got going on, what I've really been reaching for. And you guys would have seen my recent video of my table setup, so I've got quite a big surface to work on, and this has been really good because it enables me to put new little goodies out there to work with and have everything at arm's length. Not that my shelves are not at arm's length, but having them right in front of you when you're just in the motion of things is really, really handy. So that's what I've got going on. So I'm going to show you, and let's just have a really good fun time with this. Yay! Okay, so the very first thing that has really stolen my heart is, boom, this crystal grid. This crystal grid is everything to me right now. Most specifically, right in the center here, let me bring you up nice and close. And that is, if I remember correctly, a jasper arrowhead with a witch's finger sitting on top of it. Now that jasper arrowhead, that was a beautiful gift from my friend Jessie, who is currently in the mountains of California. Jessie, I love you so much for that. Like, it's rocking my world at the moment. And it really does bring together my awesome grid. This ammonite, like goat's horn here, is also rocking my world. Like, look at this. This was a gift from my friend Cherie, and I've got to say, she always sends me the tastiest pieces. Cherie is about the most crystal involved human being that I know. She is super witch to me, and one of those people that just comes out with such goodies, and I just freaking love it. Like, look at that. Amazing. Amazing. Another little treasure is this gorgeous little Venus of Willendorf. Look at this. I think this is a sodalite one. Jessie sent me this as well. Like, look at that. It's so cute. It's not focusing very well, but you get the gist. It's here because I'm having a very goddess time with it. I bought a new piece of labradorite and am loving it strong. I don't know why exactly I purchased this piece, but I just could not put it down. Once I picked it up, Alora was there with me. Once I picked it up, I just couldn't put it down, so it came home with me. And I've been having a great time with it. It's beautiful. This is my other piece of labradorite. This is one of my spirit work crystals. This one here, I'm very excited to be able to use it in different ways because these two are dedicated to a specific type of work. I don't use them in any other way other than for my spirit work. So this one here, it gives me the opportunity to play with labradorite in a different way. Yay! This blue kyanite was a fast favorite. It came with one of the witch's moons. And I've got to say that the moment I meditated with this for the first time, it gave me such a revolutionary experience that I had to message all of my really witchy friends to tell them about this experience. And I have just been working really, really closely with it in meditation to really balance my chakras. It's introduced to me very interesting experiences with guides, and I've got to tell you, I love it so much. That is blue kyanite. And look at this piece, it's stunning. Oh God, love it so much. Okay, this was a fast favorite as well. This came in the March Witches Moon, and it was a special gift for me. And I don't have anything like this. Like, the craftsmanship of this is ridiculous. And it is so delicate, so beautiful. I showed my husband and he just went, wow. Like, it is something super special. Like, look at that. It is so gorgeous. It's just so absolutely stunning. And it is for success. This is the little card that came with it. So, Seeds of Light. And here is the information on the inside. So it's got all the planetary influences, chakra, the theme, of course, and the various stones that are used throughout. And it's beautiful. It's just very beautiful. It's very unique. And I just love it so much. This is the oil that stole my heart this month. It's the Healer oil. I've had a very busy mind, and I've been shifting a lot of thoughts, and I have been trying to shift a lot of behavior after identifying that behavior, of course, which is all part of the process. And I've been using this to sort of calm my energy centers and to help soothe my meridians and to just make me feel a little bit more at peace. It is a beautiful oil, just to sniff or to anoint or to add to sacred space. I have anointed the bottom side of my pillow so that I can have a healing sleep. I have anointed my bedside table with this, just so that my sleep space is really, really beautiful, and just so that I go to sleep and I wake up genuinely refreshed and feeling infinitely better. So that is the Healer oil, and this is, of course, by the Witches Moon. Yay! They do make such amazing oils. Okay, so I have the beautiful Millennium Gaia statue in bronze on my reader's table. So we are in autumn at the moment, so I wanted to have my beautiful bronze statue on the table, and I'm loving the energy of this particular statue. It also helps that my daughter Savannah has been working with Gaia. She was recently introduced to Gaia. It's so detailed, isn't it? Out of her own spiritual directions, and I just love it. And so she can come in here sometimes and have a look and touch and connect with the archetypal energies if she chooses to do so. So it's very lovely. Okay, so decks. It's really hard for me to pick decks, but I'm going to. So for the month of March, I have been working with the Chimonier. That is the Chimonier Tarot there. And the Chimonier is a beautiful tarot deck that is so intuitive. It's so dreamy. It's so water. And I just love it. And so I haven't played with it in a really long time, and I have been for March. So it's been super fun to revisit the Chimonier. Then, of course, is the beautiful Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore and Ali Fell. You guys all know this deck. It's a favorite. It's an autumn favorite of mine, and I've got to tell you, I just love the imagery. I always reach for this deck come autumn. It's a heavily themed deck, I do realize that, but for some reason it's okay because it just is a wonderful all-rounder. It reads so beautifully. It's not too fantastical while being fantastical enough for me personally. I love that image. And I just have such a good time. I have such a beautiful time reading with this deck. It gives me such clear readings, and that's why I really, really love it. So that is the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore and Ali Fell. The Green Witches Tarot is another deck that I have been working very closely with throughout the month of March. I just absolutely love this deck. It's by Anne Moira. It comes with a lovely guidebook. The images are very witchy. They're very whimsical at the same time. Like, look at that. And I love the colour palette. I don't know what it is about this deck per se. It just really draws my eye. It keeps me coming back. Look at that, the Horned God. Yes, please. And I just love it. The backing of it is so Yule. so beautifully Yule, and I just have such a wonderful time. I love meditating with this deck. I actually love doing path workings because look at this card. You can just step right into it. Tap that on that creature on the back. Go and check what's in the well. Talk to the butterfly. See who it is that's walking away. Venture out into the myths. Follow the trail if you wish. I mean, touch the tree yourself. Pick the berries. So amazing. It's such a vivid visual deck and I love it. The next deck that I wanted to show is the Victorian Romantic Tarot, which I unboxed finally in March while I was a bit on the wines. But hey, it was a good time. Alora was here. And this is by Barber Studios. And I've got to say, I honestly don't know what it is about this deck, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It reads so beautifully. The messages that it gives is just amazing. Oops, nudity alert. It's just an incredible deck and I have had the best time utilizing it. I cannot wait to use it more. I'm not ready to put it away yet. It really isn't an autumn deck, but I'm making it my autumn deck because I've just had such a good time with it. There's the backing of it. It's very beautiful. And I've got to say, it just stole my heart really quickly. A fast favorite, if you will. This is my favorite magical creation. Yes, it's a magic jingly jar. I don't want to talk too much about it because it does have some juju going on at the moment. And so, yes, that is from one of the Moonbox salt shakers, which is highly appropriate. And yeah, I've got some mojo going on, but I've loved the ecstatic nature of the shaker jar. Listen to that. Amazing. Love it. Fast favorite, absolutely without a doubt. This incense, these little rope incenses are just lovely. They came with, one of the moon boxes and I burn them every so often. I don't want to go through them very quickly because I don't know where to go to get replacements, but I absolutely adore the scent of these and I just find that it just lifts the mood. It creates this beautiful sense of temple and I love it. I just love it so much. I mean, look, so simple, so easy. You light it, it burns pretty quickly, it releases such a fragrance. I just love it. Very, very much a favorite for me, for sure. A couple of books. The Charmer's Psalter. This is a book of old verses. So they're what you could say that they are Bible verses. Old school cunning work, incantations. They're little psalms. And you apply them in accordance with magical workings. This, believe it or not, is quite jarring to me, I must admit. I don't really work too much with, well, facets of the Bible, you could say. But it is something that my family back home does. They're always telling me to say a prayer to this and say a prayer to that. And I'm like, yeah, it's not really my thing. I prefer to chant and beat that drum right there. That's my style. But whatevers. But I thought that I would give this a red hot go and see how it made me feel because it is very much something that was very present when I was growing up, when I was quite young. Like this is what we would use. Something like this, Psalms. We had books of Psalms. And then books of incantations and songs that was sung. And it's just, I don't know, it's reminiscent of my upbringing and I thought that I would give it a red hot go and just have a bit of fun with it really. Why not? I need to loosen up a bit. You know, I can be a bit rigid with my practice from time to time and I just need to sort of like let it go and loosen up and figure out why things trigger me as much as they do. So I'm giving this one a good go. I do have this to get through, but I haven't as of yet. Looks good. I'm a bit of a fan of Gemma Gary. And this book here, which I've barely read and still absolutely adore. So it's Clearing Spaces, Inspirational Techniques to Heal Yourself. It's got a little bit of hoodoo, a little bit of Wicca, a little bit of witchcraft. And, you know, it's got everything nicely divided into chapters. It's not too, what's the word? It doesn't... It's not snobby. It's not a snobby read. It's not an overly technical read. It doesn't think too highly of itself. It's just very succinct information, and that is the kind of thing that I'm quite drawn to. and it's got such a great selection of techniques, little rituals, information here. And I can genuinely say that, you know, 50% of this book I'm already familiar in part with, and then the other 50% is all like, oh, that's a new perspective, that's a new perspective. But what I've read that I am familiar with is definitely solid research and solid literature, because I have cultivated that knowledge across practice in several other books as well. And so I've never heard of this author before. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. You can have a go at that yourself. But I am quite impressed with it. Look at that. Oh yes, I got it from the Crystal Ball bookstore. It's $23. Books in Australia are expensive, people. And yeah, it's about 115 pages, and it's a little bit of a reference read. I mean, you can read it from cover to cover, but it's more or less a reference book. So, you know, you can flick through to places or to sections that really interest you. You know, cleansing, clearing, protection, haunted spaces and intrusive entities. I mean, spirits of a place, tools for diagnosing. I mean, it's really good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. So that's what I'm trying to get through at the moment. I have no time to read. But stuff like this, I just pick up in the mornings and I read a couple of pages and then I put it away and I pick it up and I read a couple more pages and I'm getting through it slowly. And I do like it. So I thought, yes, I shall mention you for my March favourite. And finally, and this is totally cheating, I get it, my table. My table is my favourite setup yet. Every time I change my sacred space setup, oh, I just love it more and more. I should add, this statue of Isa is by far a favorite, but it is a perpetual favorite. Look at this. This is an Anatolian work of art. Did you know she is an incredible sculptor? If you did not know this, shame on you. Look at the detail. She made this for me as a gift a couple of years ago now. Oh, such fabulous, fabulous works. But yes, my entire table is my favorite. I had no Oracle deck favorites. I haven't really been into my Oracle. I think maybe the Earthbound Oracle and perhaps the Sacred Creators have been my favorite. I still have to unbox the Oracle of the Mystical Moments. That will be happening soon. I've just had no time. And there we have it, folks. So that was my magical March favorites. And I've got to say that I haven't really been reaching for too many new things, but I do love my table. I love the way that it's been set up. I love everything that I've placed on there, and I have been reaching for all of these objects, you know, individually, and it's hard to keep on top of it. But it's such a beautiful sacred space that I'm sitting in at this moment in time. It's very hot, but it's beautiful. And yeah, so March has been, well, was a really, really interesting month for me. My baby girl's birthday, the birth of my nephew, travel, exciting interactions with printers and interest in the bone stone from publishers, and it's just been a really dynamic, really exciting month. And now we're in April, and I'm just keen to see what April has to offer. So there you have it, folks. I'm expecting amazing things this month, and I'm wishing you so much love, luck, peace, and joy wherever you are, whatever you are doing. I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hope that you are surrounded by inspiration and divine sacred flow, the Arwen. And thank you to every single one of you who support my channel by watching, commenting, liking. You really are a beautiful community that helps me to create much more beautiful things than perhaps I would be capable of creating had it not been for your gorgeous input. Community for me is a wonderful compass, and I have to say from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely and wholly and solely appreciate you. Much love, many blessings.